Big board going in the wrong direction, folks. It's now down. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down about 414 points. Come in, Alan Rechtschaffen. He is Senior Portfolio Manager at UBS Financial Services. Alan, we were talking in the break about the Fed and how much of this down market today and over the past week and a half, 2 weeks, is because of the Fed.
I think there's a big component of the Fed. We need the Federal Reserve to show that they're listening. They can't just give us the economic data, and we understand that they want to be data dependent. And we can go into the economics of the balance sheet and things that UBS looked at a year ago, that the balance sheet could be impactful on the long end of the curve. But at the end of the day, we need a Federal Reserve chairman who's going to say that everything's going to be okay and we're aware of what's going on in the market. And that's not the message that came out.
He seems to be stuck in an ivory tower. I mean, you saw his press conference where he said that he was explaining things so that the markets would recover. As he was explaining, the markets were tanking. I mean, he seems totally oblivious to the market reaction to what it is he's doing.
Which is strange because he has a markets background. And if you look at Chairman Bernanke, when he was there, he went on 60 Minutes. And I remember talking to him during the financial crisis about this. He went out there and said, everything's going to be okay, that things are going to get better, and explained what was going on and showed that he was sensitive to what was going on with the market. Look, being an adherent to the dual mandate is good. That's what the Federal Reserve is supposed to do. But if you're not aware of what's going on the fiscal side, if you're not aware of what's going on with the president, you can wind up being self-fulfilling in terms of hurting the market.
Dual mandate, meaning keeping the dollar steady and keeping unemployment in check. Unemployment is not a problem at all right now. And what danger is there for the dollar? I mean, we do not see inflation, do we?
Well, there's very little inflation coming into the market. You look at the oil prices right now, and those transient inflation numbers, when inflation was low for so long because oil prices were long, I think you're going to see that again. And I think that Chairman Powell, it would behoove the country for him to say, I'm aware of what's going on. I understand the needs of the president. I understand the needs of the economy, and not just be transparent, but be clear.
Very quickly, 2019, what do you think?
There are huge opportunities out there, but we need to see that leadership from the Federal Reserve, and we need to see a Federal Reserve that can work and understand what's going on.
We just had a guest who said, if we get a deal with China, even with all the mistakes the Fed has made, we can deal with those mistakes of the Fed if we get a deal with China, and the market would take off. What do you think?
Well, that would certainly be a positive. I mean, everybody's looking for the deal with China, but you need all these things to work together. Look, we have a president who's done a lot in the past 2 years. We have a lot of good in the economy, the jobs, as you said. But we need people to work together. We have to be Americans. We can't be divided. We can't live in a society that has such division, even in the government. I mean, even in the government, but even in the Federal Reserve versus the fiscal side. We need to work together to make America its best as it can be.
Al, great to see you. Thank you very much for coming in. Let's hope 2019 is
I have faith. I have faith.
December was. All right, we appreciate it.